What's up guys, welcome to episode 2 of Project Bangor. If you haven't seen the first episode, I suggest you probably go back and watch it. If you have, welcome back. I've trimmed my beard, I've washed my face, and we're ready to start the building now of the property. This episode is going to be all about the structural and the first fixes. So we're going to be starting on the extension out the back. That is going to be knocking down the little kitchen wall, opening it up, getting the foundation and even the brickwork on maybe, and then doing all the stud walling for the first and second floor, and also getting all the first fixes for the electric and the plumbing. So lots going on. We're going to really start to get a feel for the sizes of the rooms, and yeah, there's going to be a big change I think from the start of the episode to the end, so keep watching. I thought I'd do a quick recap of the property for those who haven't seen the first episode, and also just as a bit of a refresher. We've taken off all the plaster on a lot of the walls now just because they were so old and flaky, it was all just coming off anyway. We really couldn't kind of bother doing anything with it. Obviously all the carpets and everything are all off the stairs, and we've knocked through this doorway now to the 5th bedroom. Wasn't much else to do to this room. Obviously we've got the rotting floor beam here, which I'm hoping to get replaced as well this week. Onto what was the kitchen. This is now going to become the living area. So this is all stripped out. We've taken off the big board off the back of the wall, which revealed the fireplace.
What I'm doing here, guys, is if you just come round here, I've just shown you briefly, we're just cutting the boxes out for the plug sockets to go for the students or whoever moves in. This location here is going to be for the light switch, as the door will open that way, and then above you'll have your smoke detector to comply with the fire alarms regs, and you'll have your bedroom light pendant there. And apart from that, that is about it in each room, to be honest. Afternoon guys, Sean from SPM Electrical. So we started with the bathroom here. As you can see, we put 1, 2, 3 down lights on an angled roof, so they'll have a tilted light, so it'll project the light evenly down. We put a fan in the corner, so to keep the damp to a minimum and the steam. Over here, this is where the new stud wall is going to go. So you'll have one switch in that side, one switch in this side, so you can't really see it now, but the room is kind of how I'm walking in now. So you'll have one light there, you can have a smoke detector there, which I'll show you on Wednesday when it's in, and the second room is going to be this area. You've got your light in here, your sockets. I'm going to go in this red mark here, which is the stud, but the stud's not in yet. So tomorrow we'll have all the loops in ready, so you'll be able to see that when you come back. If you follow us just into the hallway. So you've got your centre light that's gone in there. You'll have your emergency fitting when we've wired in. Your smoke alarm. That's your fan isolator, which cuts off your fan when you don't need it, or if you want to do any modifications on it. And then this will be a 2-gang to 3-gang switch, which will control landing below, and then the bathroom. So we'll check in again tomorrow and let you know what we've done, but the plan is to jump down floor and do the same again, wire the bathroom, the 2 bedrooms, and then hopefully get some fire alarm cabling.
Yo, it's Wednesday today. I wasn't here yesterday, I was at the trading floor. but Sean was here cracking on with the first week of the electrics, smashed it, got 75% of it done now. The rest of the team's here today to start the plumbing first fix and also start knocking out the extension out the back. So lots more going on today, so let's go and have a look. Another day done. The plumber's got all of his first fixes in now, or as much as he can anyway. All the kind of second floor, first floor, bathrooms, radiators, etc. and the same with the ground floor are all done. So amazing job by him to get all that done so quickly. All the pipes and stuff are in place. Sean finished off the last of his electrics this morning. I gave him a little bit of a headache because I decided to change the layout of the top floor to something that we kind of spoke about before, and then I changed my mind, so thanks Sean. But yeah, so that's all that sorted. So let's go and take a quick look around, see what's happened today, and also some of the little unexpected things we found when we started the dig out for the extension. So let's go and have a look. So we're starting on the top floor for a change today. So you can see, so all the pipes and stuff are all in for what would be the sink, the shower and the radiator, and then the pipe for the toilet was pretty much already there, so that was handy. So we have changed the layout on the top floor in that the bathroom is actually going to be in the middle, and then be a bedroom this side and a bedroom this side. Sean's put all of his electrics in now, so all of these grey wires are for things like lights or extractor fans, and then you'll see that we've got a few red wires around. These are for all the fire alarms. So slightly different wiring for that. This bedroom wasn't really too much to be going on. Sean did all the plugs and stuff on Monday, so you've got one plug over there and another one here. So the bed is kind of going to be going roughly on the back wall there, so you'll have a plug at the end of the bed for them, and then we'll have like a little desk thing going on in the corner. So again, positioning all the plugs so that they're in the best place possible for the room layout. And then again, we've got the first sort of set of piping up for the radiator, which will be going up on that wall there. And then moving into this room, so obviously we've got the bathroom, which will be this end. So we've obviously already had the toilet and stuff plumbed into there, but we've got like the shower, the radiator, and then the sink is going to go back where it was. And then the same for this bedroom as well. So the initial plumbing for the radiators has all been put in. The plugs, one there, and then the same thing for the wiring up here, so the lights and the fire alarm wire. A lot of all the stuff like this, which obviously looks quite ugly at the minute, this will all get boxed in, this whole pipe, so you won't see any of this. I got all the windows for the back of the house ordered today as well, so I actually managed to find pre-made windows that were fairly similar-ish sizes to the windows that we've already got. Luckily they'll be a little bit smaller, and we'll just make that to fit. Okay, so we're into the living room now. So again, you can see this is all the pipe work that will be for the kitchen. So that's just all put in place for now, so that once the extension's done, they can then just run that in there. And the same with all the electrics. All the wires are here ready in place. They're all just coiled up. It's ready just to put into the kitchen once we kind of know exactly where everything is going. And then in here, we've actually got a lead pipe that runs all the way through here, and then it comes to a T section, which actually that way runs into the house next door. So we came across this pipe because as we were shoveling in, we actually hit the pipe and made a little ding in it, and then the water pressure went next door. But we fixed it now and it's all good. And then we can't really figure out where it goes that way because there's nothing that was in the original utility room. Other than that, all kind of going to plan really. Like I say, we're finding sort of a few little things here and there that luckily aren't any major problems that we can work our way around, and the guys are really good at coming up with solutions and problem solving their way through these things. The extension starting, so we're just kind of going to get the materials and stuff ordered probably for the end of the week. Hopefully get the kind of blocks and the foundation down for the end of the week, or certainly beginning of next week. Plumbing will kind of finish off his first fix tomorrow, probably with the last few bits downstairs. Then once the extension's built, we'll get the rest of the first fixes done in the kitchen. Once we now know the layout and everything for that, they'll come and do their second fixes for the rest of the house as well. And then we're pretty much getting there really. The stud walling will obviously go up in the meantime, and that will all get boarded, and then the plasterer will come in, do his magical job. This is now 2 weeks on from the start of the video. The house has progressed really nicely. The first fix for the electrics and the plumbing are all done for the inside of the house. The extensions progressed really nicely. The foundation, the hole's dug out and the foundation is in, and the block work is 75% of the way there now. I'm going to quickly go over the extension, show you what we've done so far, also some of the comments from the building inspector and how we're going to address those and what the plan is moving forward with it. And then that's pretty much going to be this episode wrapped up, so enjoy this part. Here we are on the block work so far on the extension. So like I said, 75% of it's done. The height is pretty much there, probably maybe got one more row of blocks to go. The lintel is in for the window, and the foundation for the wall is in. We've still got to take out this chunk. We've basically left that kind of as it is with the damp proof on it for the building inspector to see, so we can see that yes, it does go down far enough. And then once he's happy and he's given us the okay, we'll concrete that in and get the rest of that foundation finished. We haven't quite got as far as putting in the steel work to open plan it all and getting this central pillar out. We need to finish off the rest of the block work, so the new doorway will be here next to the window. So we've got to finish off the block work, which will obviously join into the doorway and come back slightly, because the wall actually kind of comes about halfway into the doorway, so that block is an example of where the new block work will be. And then with the original wall that was there, this was the main thing that the building inspector wanted just to sort out, basically because it is pretty old and a little bit crumbly. But the primary part of it was where like some of the wall is actually made out of wood. We're going to have to basically cut out this section here and bring the block work into the wall a bit more, so that helps secure it and merge the two of them together a bit better. And then the plan is to basically stud wall in front of this wall and this back wall, to put a layer of insulation in between, and also just make it a bit neater and tidier and easier for us to kind of attach kitchen cupboards to and whatever. So that's kind of the main thing we need to sort out next. That pretty much wraps up this episode. In the next one we're going to really start to see some noticeable changes. We've got the internal stud walls going in, new windows going in, all ready to be boarded and plastered, and it's going to start to look really different. Hopefully we'll start getting the brickwork done for the extension, but the brickie's got COVID, so he's going to have to isolate for like 10 days or whatever it is, so that's going to delay that a little bit. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more, and leave a comment down below of anything that you want to see more of or you'd like for me to talk more about. I'd love to hear it, and I'll see you guys next time.